The holographic projector hummed to life in the center of the Galactic Council chamber, casting the image of Ambassador Chen Wei in perfect clarity. Around her, representatives from 47 species sat in their climate-controlled pods, their various forms of disapproval rippling through the air like a wave of collective indignation. High Counselor Vexithera, her crystalline form catching the chamber's ambient light, spoke first. Human Ambassador, the Council has reached a unanimous decision. Your species has exactly 90 standard cycles to decommission all military vessels, dismantle your orbital defense platforms, and surrender your weapon manufacturing capabilities to Council oversight. Chen's expression remained impassively calm, though those who knew humans well might have noticed the slight upturn at the corner of her mouth. May I ask what prompted this generous offer? The Cathari representative, Ambassador Morgeth, leaned forward in his fluid-filled tank. Your species has been in space for barely 2 centuries, yet you've already developed weapons technology that rivals civilizations 10 times your age. The Council finds this disturbing. Disturbing? Chen's eyebrow arched slightly. We were attacked by 3 separate raiding fleets in our first decade of interstellar travel. We learned quickly that the galaxy isn't as peaceful as your propaganda suggests. Vexithera's form flickered with annoyance. The Council maintains order through diplomacy and mutual cooperation, not through the threat of violence. Your human tendency toward militarization threatens the stability we've maintained for millennia. Chen nodded thoughtfully. I see. And if we refuse? Then humanity will be classified as a rogue species, announced the Zephyrian delegate, their metallic voice resonating through the chamber. Trade embargoes, travel restrictions, and potential military intervention to protect civilized space from your aggressive expansion. The human ambassador stood quietly for a long moment, her hands clasped behind her back. When she finally spoke, it was with the tone of someone delivering a weather report. Counselor Vexithera, members of the Council, I will relay your demands to Earth immediately. However, I feel obligated to share some information that might influence your decision. She gestured, and her own holographic display materialized beside her. 3 months ago, our deep space monitoring stations detected unusual energy signatures from the Andromeda Galaxy. Our scientists have confirmed that an extragalactic invasion force is approaching our galaxy. Conservative estimates place their arrival at 18 months. The chamber erupted in a cacophony of alien sounds, chittering, harmonizing, mechanical whirring, and chemical releases that served as expressions of shock and disbelief. Vexithera's crystalline form darkened. This is impossible. Our long-range sensors would have detected. Your long-range sensors, Chen interrupted politely, have a maximum effective range of 2.3 million light-years. Ours reach 4.1 million. We've been tracking this fleet for the past year. The Cathari representative's tentacles writhed in agitation. Even if this were true, why would you share this information now? What do you want? Chen's smile became more pronounced. Want? Oh, we don't want anything from you. We're simply informing you as a courtesy. You see, while you've been debating our disarmament, we've been rather busy. Another gesture brought up a new display, showing a massive construction project in the space between galaxies. The structure was incomprehensibly vast, easily dwarfing the largest known space stations by several orders of magnitude. This, Chen announced with evident pride, is the Bulwark Project, a defensive installation positioned along the most likely invasion route, armed with weapons that make our current military look like stone knives and bearskins. The Zephyrian delegate's optical sensors focused sharply. The energy requirements alone for such a structure would be astronomical. Indeed, we've been harvesting matter from several dead systems and converting 3 brown dwarfs into power sources. The project has required the combined industrial output of 17 human colonies working around the clock for 8 months. Vexithera's form pulsed rapidly, a sign of extreme agitation among her species. This is precisely why you must be disarmed. Your species' capacity for destruction is... Our species' capacity for protection, Chen corrected gently, is apparently what stands between this galaxy and extinction. The approaching fleet consists of approximately 50,000 vessels, each one larger than anything in the Council's combined fleets. The chamber fell silent except for the ambient hum of life support systems. Ambassador Morgeth finally broke the silence. "Assuming this threat is real, what do you propose?" Chen's expression grew serious. "Nothing. This is a human problem and we'll handle it the human way. However, I wanted to address the Council's concerns about our military capabilities." She paused, looking around the chamber. "You demanded we disarm because you feared what we might do with our weapons. I wanted you to see what we actually do with them." The display shifted, showing tactical projections and defensive scenarios. "The bulwark isn't just a weapon, it's a shield. Every calculation, every system, every strategic consideration is designed around one principle: protecting life in this galaxy. Your life, our life, all life." The High Counselor's voice was barely above a whisper. "How can we know you're telling the truth about this invasion?" Chen gestured once more, and the display showed real-time sensor data, mathematical models, and trajectory calculations. "Because in approximately 17 minutes, your own long-range sensors will detect the first energy signatures of the advance. Scouts, we've been broadcasting this data to every major observatory in Council space for the past 3 days. They should be confirming our readings right about—" She glanced at her chronometer. Now, communication panels across the chamber began lighting up as urgent messages poured in from scientific institutions throughout the galaxy. Chen straightened her jacket and prepared to end the transmission. "Counselors, the vote on human disarmament is, of course, entirely your prerogative. However, I should mention that the bulwark's construction will be completed in 16 months, 1 month before the invasion fleet arrives. After that, well..." She shrugged with characteristic human casualness. "We'll see what we can do." As her image began to fade, she added almost as an afterthought, "Oh, and Counselor Vexithera, that unanimous vote you mentioned earlier, you might want to double-check with the Terran Protection Coalition. Apparently, 12 Council species have quietly joined our defense initiative over the past month." The transmission ended, leaving the chamber in stunned silence. High Counselor Vexithera stared at the empty space where the human ambassador had been, finally understanding why every species that had ever underestimated humanity had learned to regret it. Humans didn't just build weapons. They built hope. And hope, as it turned out, was the most dangerous weapon of all.